All right, everyone, welcome back. We're at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And we got a good one for you here. World number one, Kelly Quickfire Fisher, taking on the young Kristina Zlateva. And this promises to be a fantastic match, folks. Make sure you don't miss a second of it. And do me a huge favor. Click that share button. Let's get it going. World number one, Kelly Fisher. Kristina looks like she's came up dry on the opening break. So we're going to get to see Kelly come to the table here with a bit of a tough opener. I'm not sure she can billiard in the 8-ball, hitting the left side of the 1 to try to make the 8. If she can billiard in the 8, it's going to be tough to even maintain shape on the 1. So she's going to play a push out. If you're new to rotation games, after the break and only after the break, player may play what is called a push-out shot, where you can put the cue ball anywhere. You can hit any ball. You can pocket a ball. It becomes your opponent's option whether to take the shot on or make you shoot it. So a lot of strategy goes into that push-out. Kelly's one of the best in the world at playing that strategy. I'm very surprised to see Kristina give that back, because Kelly must have a plan here. Tough to put her back in. I had this camera in a slightly better spot, but it looks like it was possibly bumped a little bit, so I'm going to have to readjust that again. Let's just go back to this angle, since we'll get the referee covering some of this hit, and it looks like Kelly's low enough on the ball. We're going to get to see what happens here. Yeah, see, she was really worried about making the 8 and having the 1 leak out behind the 3. So I think she might have let up a little bit on it, knowing that might happen, and just trying to keep the 8 from going in, playing safe on the 3. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you smash that share button for me. This promises to be a fantastic match. Everybody's picking Kelly as the favorite, but let me tell you, this Kristina Zlateva from Bulgaria, she knows how to hold a cue. As put on display by that shot, very smartly played. She hit it hard enough that if she didn't get the stick behind the 3 like she wanted, she's getting the 1 clear away from the 10 all the way around, and possibly using the 4 as a blocker. So very smart shot. Marco wants to know if we're creating a new jam up shirt. The one we have now is sold out. Marco, I'm not really sure. That would definitely have to be a question for Grant, who we'll hopefully see at some point today. I know he's been working a ton, so I hope he's getting some rest today. But if you're looking on the Q Sports Live website, I don't know if it's sold out. It's just that we can't take processing through the website right now. Oh, look at the shot from Kristina. Everybody still want to bet on Kelly? Of course they do, but let me tell you, this Kristina is going to make her work for it. I think Quickfire isn't going to be so quick fire this match. Kristina might keep her contained like this. Beautiful little safe shot. 1 rail kick, calling the pot. hitting at a speed where good things can happen, but first opportunity to pot some balls is going to Kristina. I believe this one ball goes clean. She's looking at the 2, so that tells me it does. Wayne tried to grab the rest for her, but that's for the next shot, Wayne. You got a little excited there. And we are, of course, live on Facebook and YouTube, guys, so make sure you click the share button on the Facebook and click the thumbs up on the YouTube if you haven't already. Subscribe over there on the YouTube. Like and follow the Facebook. We're very close to 50,000 followers on the Facebook. The under 1,000 countdown is on. And we'll probably do some sort of something when we get to 50K. And we, of course, have a big event next week as well. So we'll be live next week at the Leather Pocket for the CSL Invitational. Another great event, live on Q Sports Live. And we do have 2 other streams going on in the room here. One other stream at the moment, but we do have 2 other streams set up. So we have another Q Sports Live stream that's only on Facebook. Rod Arriagada, but he's gone for lunch. He'll be back shortly, I'm sure, to stream the final over there on the 7-foot tables. And we have this stream here live on Facebook and YouTube, and then we have a Predator Arena table streaming on YouTube under World Billiard TV. So Kristina playing this little combination. She wants the 3 to hang out near that pocket. Cue ball's tracking dangerously close to it. She needs it to hit the brakes. Whew. I think this ball still goes, but Wayne's definitely going to come take a look here, the referee. Yeah, it looks like it'll still maybe throw in there. Let's check the side view a bit. Bringing that cue ball around a couple of rails. She needs it to go. Did it get there? I think it did, because she's coming around to look at the 5, so that tells me it got there. And you gotta think she's a little bit nervous, but she doesn't look it at all. But Kelly Fisher's got to be fairly intimidating. World number 1, she's won, I think, something like 8 of the last 9 pro events. She seems to be close to unstoppable lately. The winner of this match will qualify for the final 16, so that also adds a little something. The stream is breaking up. Hopefully it's only on your end, Henry. I'm watching it on my phone and my tablet. Yeah, possibly having some Facebook issues. So if anybody's having issues with the stream on the Facebook, just head over to the YouTube. It's running silky smooth over there. Oh, what a great stroke that was. Few things you guys can look for in this match with both players is the fundamentals are very, very strong. Yeah, so once again, if it is breaking up, then just head on over to the YouTube channel. Pretty clear over there. Hard to tell the 357 ball by color on here. It's not too bad. I've backed the camera out a bit today, by request of some of the viewers. If I was a little closer in, it might be slightly easier to tell. But obviously we don't have quite the elaborate equipment such as the World Billiard TV setup over there on the arena table, but we do the best we can. And a fantastic out there from Kristina to put the first game on the board. Playing on these beautiful Predator Apex tables. Absolutely love them. They play super nice. I love the acoustics of the 9-foot and the super quietness of the 7-foots. Newly unveiled at this event, the 7-foot Premier League table. If you're looking at getting your hands on one, get in touch with us. We only have 15 of them available, and they're telling us the next ones won't be available until mid-2023 for the 7-foots. Greg Hogue wants to know, best of 3 sets it says. Did the format change, or is it different from the men? The format's the same as the men, so best of 3 sets racing to 4, but if it ties a set apiece, it goes to the spot shot shootout. It's just extremely hard to include that in my scoreboard, so. But I do have this nice graphic here. If they do tie a set apiece, they will go to the spot shot shootout. 4 innings each, alternating sides, highest score wins. If they tie through the first 4 innings, they'll cut that green rectangle into a half-size green square moved back, and the shot becomes easily twice as hard. At which point it will be sudden death. And we have seen quite a few of them already. I wonder if we'll get to see one here. Kristina Zlateva to break, leading 1-0. Absolutely crushing it. 5 and the 7, the balls behind the 1, both miss the side pockets, but she's getting second prize, which is not leaving Kelly anything on the 1. She could potentially jump at this. It's pretty makeable for how well I've seen her jump. The push out is a little tricky because I think you leave a pretty easy safety pushing out down here where she's looking. So the push out is a little touchy. The saver with the push out is that the 9 is covering the hole where the 7 needs to go. So I don't think she needs to tie up a ball here. And Greg Hogue, one of my friends, was actually mentioning you this week. Yeah, he was saying how much he loves your channel, and I'm a huge fan too, Greg. And I loved the story you posted a couple weeks back, kind of life story. Super great that you shared that with everyone, I thought. And we're rooting for you. The Canadians are rooting for Greg Hogue to be on the Mosconi team. Let's go. Red Door Den. Oh, look at how thin she caught that ball, and it went straight in the side pocket. Nice little push out from Kelly. Left it a little tricky. It was that elevated over the 9 that made that very, very difficult to control. It's a crafty little play from Miss Fisher. And let's see what she's got to try to put the first game on the board, drawing back and forth. Perfect position on the 2 ball. Put the cue ball back where it is now would be just ideal to get on the 3. She's got a little more angle than she would like, but not a problem. 4 is right near the side pocket. Good clean stroke there. Something to watch for with Kelly especially is that nice pause in her backstroke. Super slow on the backstroke. Nice little pause. You won't see it on little tappy shots like that, but definitely on a shot like this where she's got to reach back for a little extra spin. We're going to see her nice little pause on the backstroke here. Oh, she is playing quick at the ball now. That's a quick pause, but super effective. That's that nice slow backswing. And she just fires. Smooth acceleration is the key. And it looks like she's got this speed dialed down fairly well. 7-9 combo lays perfect from the angle she's on. The 7 can't really get away from her here. Aw, Greg. That's great, pal. Glad I made your day. Us Canadians, we're big fans of pool, so we follow all the players on Facebook, and, you know, we're just pool junkies at heart. And we appreciate players like you that are passionate about the game. Look at that. So smooth. So in control. And this 10 ball to knot this match up at 1 apiece. And you notice how she does not roll those kind of balls in. Quick fire Fisher, world number 1. She's stunning those in. Not taking any chances. A firm belief of her stroke. They're playing with these beautiful Arcos 2 balls. Super responsive. And the most consistent balls by far that I've ever played with. And of course, everyone, we're at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. We're in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. And we're at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And a shout out to some of the sponsors of the event here: Jam Up Apparel, Kamui, CSI, WPBA Alpha Coin, and of course the one and only Predator. Sybert's Billiard Supply. Some of the other sponsors of the Predator World Pro Billiard Series: Rums of Puerto Rico, BCA Pool League, Medalla Premium Light. And a big, giant shout out goes to, while we're waiting for Wayne Knight to rack up these balls, Mr. Grant Zemp, who put in an unbelievable amount of work setting up this event. So a huge shout out to Grant. If you're having some stream issues, just head on over to our YouTube channel, same name, Q Sports Live, and you'll find it's much smoother over there. Gonna be a dry break here, and the 1 is covered again. 10 ball kind of shot towards the bottom right corner there. It doesn't count off the break. It would be spotted, but we don't like seeing it sit near a pocket just because, well, we don't want early racks. We want to see the big shots and the strategy and the cue ball movement. And Ron on the Facebook, I'm not sure why Jasmine didn't come. I know traveling's quite expensive these days. Mac Jankov wants to know what Kristina's nickname is. I'm not sure. She's quite young. It's possible she doesn't have one yet. I'll have to ask around. Oh, Maria says Bulgarian Tiger. And she's got the same last name, so she would know. I like that. That's a good name. Very good one. Nice little push out there. So she's only left Kelly sort of the left half of this ball. She needs the right half to pot it. She needs full to bank it. And I'm sure Kristina didn't leave her either one of those. So safety shot coming up from Kelly. And this one ball is going to leak out over the right top corner. So first kind of glaring mistake from Kelly. Didn't control that as well as she would like. No problem, Mr. Hogue. You have yourself a good day, sir. So once again, if people are having issues with the Facebook stream, just head on over to our YouTube channel. I think what we'll actually do, I'll have to talk to Grant about this as well, of course, but we may actually just stream the following matches to YouTube and not to Facebook, because I hate to have a bad quality stream, even if we have two and there is another option. I don't like the idea of having one that's skipping and lagging and stuff. So if it's super clear on the YouTube, then I mean, we might as well only be streaming there. But certainly let your friends know as well. You can share the Facebook stream and just mention in the description to head over to the YouTube channel. Good shot from Kristina there. Nice pot on that ball. I think the 2 passes the 9 into the upper right. It's got to be pretty tight. If not, she's got a pretty big wall of balls to hide behind there. She could contemplate playing the 2 on the side, as she just looked at. I think this is a pretty difficult shot as well. Okay, so I think her intention was only safety there and try to get the cue ball behind the 8, but I think she's left a gap between the 8-6 to get at this 2 ball, and it may even pot in the lower left. Possible to use the 9 to stop the cue ball to stay on the 3. 4's right next door. No problem here. Just a clean pot on this 2 is all it's needed. And if she doesn't want to risk playing kind of a punchy stroke to go into the 9, she could do a couple other things, maybe float underneath it. Draw into the 6 is an option as well, but she wanted to draw into the other half of the 6. As you could see, her hand kind of come up in the air there. She wasn't thrilled with where she ended up. But she didn't become the best player in the world by getting shook up by these kind of little mistakes. She'll bear down, as she did. Made a very nice pot on that ball. And she totally lost the cue ball there, and she's frozen in time. So she'll be kicking 1 or 2 rails at this ball. I like the 2-rail path towards the right side pocket, which is what she's calling here. What happens a lot of times on this shot is the 5 will kind of end up the top of the table, and the cue ball should stick around the bottom here. Oh, and it kind of came out the other way with the 5 staying here and the cue ball going up table, and it worked out great for her. There were a lot of ways that shot could work out really good. So for everyone just tuned in on the Facebook, if you guys want to just head on over to the YouTube channel, it is running silky smooth over there. And as mentioned by James Brinson on the YouTube, why would anybody watch on Facebook? There's no pause, rewind, slow-mo. YouTube, so much better. Mark Forrester said he just came over from Facebook and it's laggy. The YouTube is laggy? Definitely, guys. Let me know if the YouTube is having issues too, at which point I'll have to try to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, I like that she didn't swing at the 10 there. I think she needs to play this match real tight. You got to just keep her contained. You can't be leaving her easy shots. So these long ones and stuff like that, you got to just make her really work. And she's human. She will make some mistakes. Not on that shot, but some. What a pot that was from a long way away. And not just that she potted the ball, but she got really good shape on the 6. YouTube's great, says everyone. Thank you, everybody, for the feedback out there. And what a stroke she put on the 6. And another big stroke on the 7. And look at this control. What a shot. What a shot. Number 1 in the world. She knows how to move the cue ball. Just a stun shot. A little soft draw over. 10 ball for a 2-1 lead in this first set. Race to 4. Quick fire Fisher. Making short work of those balls. And we got the Jam Up booth over in the room here. If you're in the area, come check it out. If you're not, head on over to their website, jamupapparel.com. So many cool designs over there. The team is always knocking those designs completely out of the park. And they're the best in the entire business at custom shirts. So if you want to get a custom jersey or you want to get custom team shirts, it's the only place to go. And obviously the collaboration with Predator. There's some super cool Predator gear. Very, very comfortable competition wear. I've always been a huge fan of Jam Up just for that reason. Shout out to CSI and the fantastic refs they always supply at these events. Mr. Wayne Knight racking up the balls here. And you may be able to hear the shot clock in the background. That's coming from the TV table. The Predator Arena table. Streaming on World Billiard TV. It looks like Wayne had that rack just a little off. So let me give you guys a view of the room here at the event center. Bigger room full of 7-foot tables over there. Some bleachers on the right side of your screen for everybody to watch the arena table. And those Predator Arena lights just make the room look so clean. I'm a huge fan of those lights. I think that's one of the best products in the game in a long time. Kelly breaking right down the middle. 2 balls not going. Will the 4 slop in over there? It will not. And she's not going to be thrilled about that because the 1 ball is very available and the 2 is sitting pretty. So key shot here will be the 2 to the 3. Kristina's going to definitely triple check what kind of angle she wants on the 2 here. I think these top level players are really, really good at recognizing what the key shots are. And in this situation, definitely the key shot is the one she just played. So how does she get on the 3 here? There's a lot of balls in the way. The 8 sort of comes in play with inside spin. The 7 comes in play with outside spin. And the 10 is also a very big ball, so she's going to need to play a good one here. Oh, and she forces it beautifully. But she gets a fairly unlucky rub, I want to say, on that 10. And Now she's going to kick and call the 10 ball in the upper right. I think we'll see her catch the second rail first before the 3. That kind of sends the 3 in a better path towards the 10, cutting the 10. And a great hit. Will she get any reward? She will not. The 3 will pass the 5. Kelly's going to have a great chance here to put herself on the hill in this first set. Joe on the YouTube wants to know where the brackets are available. They're on ProBilliardSeries.com for this pro event here, the women's event. And if you're looking for the brackets for the amateur event playing on the 7-foots, those are on CTSOndemand.com. Let's see if we can get a better view of this shot from the side angle. Kelly elevating over the 6-7 makes this a little bit tricky, but she's played it to absolute perfection, as expected. Now just a soft draw here. Kind of back where the cue ball is now would be nice. She pretty much put it right on a dime there. James says, I'm guessing nobody's using the Predator rack for straight pool. Definitely not. It is a little big. I've had some good feedback about that Predator rack, though. And I played for maybe 2 hours the other day. And you just slap the balls up there, you put them on the spot, and I never had to readjust it, which I thought was shocking. Every time I ever rack, I'm just standing there forever trying to get the balls tight. So they're nice racks. Is this match actually on YouTube right now under what? You're never going to believe this, but... And then I don't see the rest of your comment there, Mike Co. This match is on YouTube. And hopefully it's under the right title. 2022 Predator Canada Women's Open. Kelly Fisher versus Kristina Zlateva. And I know the stream is a little choppy on the Facebook again today, so feel free to head on over to the YouTube where it seems to be running silky smooth. Kelly pounds that ball in. She wants to land really straight in on this 9, and she's not going to. I'm fairly certain this ball doesn't really pot in the side unless you can drill it through the horn. Cutting this up into the top left is super tough. So make sure if you guys are just tuning in, click that share button for me. Fantastic match we got. Match of the tournament so far. And if you're on the YouTube, click that thumbs up. Safety behind the 10. She's looking at the double kiss has got to be on here. This is super tough. Yeah, she didn't get it down there. She had it on the right line. She's not in love with the way she hit that ball. But what does Kristina have here? She is super dead straight in on this 9. And I don't think she can do anything with the 10 from where she's looking. So she might have to try to draw this ball back to almost where it is now. And just take a little bit of a cut on the 10 into the upper right. Now, if she doesn't like that, she's going to have to bank the 10, I do believe. Okay, so she thinks she can maybe cut it into the upper left or bank it. Slippery cloth, this cut into the upper left certainly goes. Let's see how she hits it. Big 10 ball here. Try to tie this at 2. Oh, and she hit it so well. What a fantastic shot from Kristina there. Ties it up at 2. They're racing to 4, best of 3 sets. If they tie 1 set apiece, we'll go to what's called the spot shot shootout, where they will get 4 innings each alternating side shooting out of the green rectangle there. If they tie after 4 innings, that green rectangle will turn into a half-size green square. Moved back a diamond, making that shot twice as hard, and it will be sudden death at that point. Whoever flinches first will be heading over to the one-loss side. Once again, Mr. Wayne Knight in the house, racking up the balls. And a big shout out to one of our stream sponsors, the Leather Pocket Billiards in Calgary, Alberta, my homeroom. And we just got all brand new cloth, all brand new Predator Arcadia cloth on all the tables. Super exciting times for the Calgary pool scene. New cloth and Predator tournaments. What could be better? Kristina to break. She has just been pure in that break, hitting it super square, coming up super dry. This table is not giving up much on the break. We did see one good one earlier, 3 or 4 balls made. Other than that, we haven't seen a lot of success on this break-off shot. Yeah, Bobby, super cool format. I'm a huge fan of this format. I think it's like super intense. It just makes it pressure packed. You cannot afford any mistakes in this race to 4. And when it gets to the shootout, it's got to be absolutely nerve-wracking. Nice containing safe shot from Kelly Fisher here. I think she was fairly certain she couldn't hide the ball, so she chose to just get that cue ball safe. Leave lots of distance to the 1. So what do we do if we're Kristina here? Do we contemplate the 1-8 combination? Or do we try to find a return safety? I don't think there's any real good return safe. It could just be a containing one again. I think the 1-8 combination is makeable, but the cue ball could be tracking just naturally towards the lower left, in which case you'll never shoot it like that. And if you guys are just tuning in and you're getting a little bit of lag on the Facebook, just head on over to our YouTube channel. Same name, Q Sports Live, same logo. Running buttery smooth over there. James Brinson, good question, wants to know how many 10-ball spot shots I've made in a row. I actually made 9 with this format. Alternating sides, then moving back after the first 4 shots, and I made 9. And I told Jeff, and he's like, that's unreal. I said, yeah, but nobody was watching, and it didn't matter, so it doesn't count. Because it was super easy when there's no pressure. Oh, I thought she hit that ball good enough to make the pot. She holds her hand up to Kristina because she's gotten a little fortunate to have hooked her behind this too. But I'm going to say that Kristina's heavy favorite to make this 1 ball off 1 or 2 rails. She has the second rail here as well. I see no reason why she doesn't make this. 10 ball does not count on the break. Floyd? If the 10 ball is made on the break, it'll simply be spotted. And so if you're just tuning in, the brackets for this event can be found on ProBilliardSeries.com. And the brackets for the amateur event playing on the 7 foots beside this one can be found on ctsondemand.com. So these ladies are playing to qualify for the last 16. The winner will qualify for the final 16 single elimination. The loser will have another chance. And we've already had 4 players qualify for the final 16. Métis Rupero Garcia, Ashley Burrows, Brittany Bryant, and Helu Kibaraglu. And I can inform you all that we have a really good next match. Chia Hua Chen taking on Jody Yankowski on this Q Sports Live table. We're streaming table number 2 if you're following along with the draw. And the next match on the World Billiard YouTube channel will be Sarah Arosha versus Taruko Chuchelili. So some great matchups coming right up to get into the final 16. These ladies are going to be fighting real hard. Next round of play is at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, which is approximately an hour and 40 minutes from now. So I'm praying I get a chance for dinner after this match. Dinner/lunch. Yeah, like Keith Meyer says there, and thank you, Keith. 200 people watching, 216 on the YouTube, and only 5 likes. Come on, people. Show some love. That's all we ask when we give away these free streams. Q Sports Live will always be free. Just show us a little love. Click the thumbs up, the like, the share, the follow, the subscribe. Very close to 50,000 followers on the Facebook. We'd much appreciate that. Inside spin required here for Kristina. Tricky little shot. Well, she chooses to try to play the safe, but she's mishit it. And the first real chance at this rack goes to Kelly Fisher. Can she cut this red 3 in to the lower left and draw the cue ball into the 4? I'm not sure if that's playable. She might have too much angle to make that work. And so what she's looking at here is actually thinning the right side of the 3, our left side on the screen, and sending the cue ball up underneath the 6 and keeping the 3 contained. The only problem I see with that is you got to be careful that 3 doesn't leak out, leave a 110 combination. So she does go with the safety, but she keeps the cue ball down here, which I like better. I definitely like that better. If she liked the safety, I think the play was keep the cue ball down here and not the 3. Good question from David. Wants to know, is the tournament bracket posted on Challenge? It is not. The tournament bracket for this tournament is posted on ProBilliardSeries.com. The brackets for the 7-foot amateur event playing alongside are posted on CTSOnDemand.com. So same kind of issue here for Kelly again, is that she needs to develop the 4, I believe. And now she's quite a bit further away, but the angle might be more conducive to getting into the 4 or the 8 here. Oh, but that's a really tough shot from 6 feet away, 6.5 feet away, and the cue ball near the rail makes for a very tough shot. Kind of anything but a scratch wouldn't have been so bad. Patrick wants to know, best of 3 races to 4. This is best of 3 races to 4, but if they tie 1 set each, the 3rd set will be a spot shot shootout. And thank you, David Wilson, for posting the bracket link there. Link Master David Wilson in the house, everyone. So I think Kristina's eyeing up this billiard shot. Send the cue ball off the left side of the 4 to try to make the 8. Certainly the issue will be trying to control where the 4 ends up to leave a shot after this. She hit it quite firm, sent the cue ball up table. She's going to have a pretty decent look at this 4. A little bit of a long shot. Shouldn't be a problem for a player of her ability. We'll see her take her time on this one. Very important shot in this set. If she can find a way to spear this in, the balls lay really nice to put her on the hill. And with the winner breaks format, she'd be 1 break away from taking down this first set against world number 1, Kelly Quickfire Fisher. Oh, and she's missed the 4. Tricky little shot to try to roll like that. James wants to know, any Canadians still in it? Yeah, absolutely. I know Jenna Montour's still in it. Kathy Metzinger is still in it. Of course, Brittany Bryant. I think Naomi Williams still in it. There's still plenty of Canadian reps. Norm says he finds the stream on Facebook much smoother than YouTube. Probably the reason, the buffering. Seems to be the opposite for everybody else today, but it could depend where you are, of course. Pool players are allergic to the like button, says Philip. And yes, James, the format is the same all the way through to the finals. Look out, look out. Oh, she was sweating that one. She was sweating that one, let me tell you. It was tracking towards that side pocket. David Burney. David Wilson did post the link on the Facebook stream. Yeah, Marianne McConnell, I believe, is still in. Not sure about Kathy. The brackets are on ProBilliardSeries.com. You can check it out there. Meanwhile, 3-2 over here. Miss Fisher on the hill in the first set. And we got the arena billiard lights set up in here, and this is one of the most impressive inventions I've seen in pool in a long time, and I think it's going to do amazing things for the game. It really just is going to professionalize how the streams look. And it's going to make, obviously, playing a lot easier, being able to see properly, which is very important in pool. But they also make the room look very clean, which I think is something underrated about these lights, is that they sit at a nice height. They're very thin, so they don't take up much space. They're very light, so they hang on nice thin strings, and they make our room look very clean. Yeah, Joanne Ashton's still in it too. Check out the brackets, guys. Lots of players still alive. We got a good representation of all kinds of different players at this event. Kelly moved over to the same spot we saw a player break from earlier and make a bunch of balls, and Kelly made some balls. 1 ball to be specific. That's all she needed, and she's straight in on the 1. And this is a really great look to try to close out this match. The key shot here will be the 2 to the 3, because the 3 doesn't pass the 6. The other reason that's the key shot is because the 4 is laying a little bit funny up there. Maybe half of the pocket blocked by the 9. Joanne playing right now on the TV table, I believe. You can check that out, World Billiard TV on YouTube. Look at this buttery smooth cue action from Miss Fisher. Draws that ball back to absolute perfection on the 3 ball. And I think the 4 passes. She just wants to make sure she gets a little angle and a little off the rail. Yeah, and closest straight in on these kind of balls is great. Anytime you have limited pocket availability, it's important to be close to straight. Look out 10 ball. Look out 10 ball. Oh my goodness. This match is not over yet. This set still has some life in it for Kristina, I believe. And I say that mostly because I wouldn't put it by Kelly kicking this ball in, but how is she going to be anywhere on the 6 next? And David, no, those lights aren't hot at all. They're LEDs. LEDs, they don't get hot. That was a big problem with some of the lighting before. It was just super warm. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't put it by her kicking it in, and she's got to look at the 6 now. What a shot. What a shot. I didn't think she could clear the 10 if she kicked it in, and she played it absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful shot. Super thin cut here, but the cue ball is kind of naturally staying down here near the 7. Just that touch of inside. Oh, and she hits it in the heart. Absolute heart of the pocket. And she might be a touch straight on the 7, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So with the 9 near the hole, and it looks like she's got angle to go 2 rails forward. Yeah, indeed. She'd like to slow down a bit. Leaving plenty of angle on the 9 is good here to get to the 10 ball next. It'll bounce off that rail. She didn't get as good on the 10 as she wanted. And you can see she's not thrilled about it, but shouldn't be a problem. Facebook's bettering. YouTube seems to be better. Good to hear. Draw sheet, Arctic Hawk, ProBilliardSeries.com. Let's see what Quickfire's got to try to close out this match. This set, rather. Indeed, she does. Spears it. Absolutely spears it to take the first set. 4-2 Kelly Quickfire Fisher. Not taking too long to do the business there. And that will put her up 1-0. And it looks like the players are just going to take a little break here. So I'll update the scoreboard, then I'll take a quick break myself. And I believe they won't be long. They're only allowed 5 minutes, I think. So we should be back right away. Get yourself some popcorn, use the washroom. Don't go far, we'll be right back. right, looks like we got the referee back. We got one player back. I'm just awaiting Kristina, and then we're going to get this second set under the way. Kelly Fisher won 4-2 the first set. And she'll need one more set in order to close this one out. If Kristina can manage to pull off a win here in this second set, we're going to see a third set shootout. Spot shot shootout. And if you're just tuning in, we're at the 2022 WPBA Predator Canada Women's Open. Playing in Red Deer, Alberta at the beautiful Cambridge Hotel and Conference Center. And what a pleasure it's been to sit in and stream all these very talented ladies. I hope you are all enjoying the coverage this week. We still have 2 more fantastic days of pool to go. And these ladies are playing to qualify for the final 16. The winner will qualify for the final 16 single elimination. The loser will still have another chance on the one-loss side. And here we go, Kelly Fisher to break to start us off. And she found a break near the end of that match from right where she's hitting it now. Let's see if it stays successful. She's cutting it. 6-ball tracked, but pretty much nothing else. So another dry break on this table. It is not being very nice on the break. James wants to know, was there a player auction? There was not. I don't think WPBA allows that kind of stuff. And we don't either. It is not allowed in Alberta. Tyler says, go eat, hurry. No, didn't have time. And they say on the YouTube, it can be boring commentating by yourself. It could be if the pool wasn't so fantastic. I'm totally enthralled. I'm a huge pool junkie too, so I thoroughly enjoyed covering these events. And who doesn't love watching Kelly Fisher hit the ball? What a treat. And they want to know, is the bracket a redraw of the final 16 or just play the bracket out? I believe it's like seeded. So, you know, and I'm not 100% sure, as the bracket doesn't really tell me which player goes where. It just has a seed number. So hopefully the players from the one-loss side will be playing players from the winner side. Would make sense to me, but not always the case. Kelly making short work of this one. She's got to be very precise with her control here. Not easy to hold this cue ball for position on the 7. The 9 is huge here. Yeah, Tyler, the stream, if it's a little choppy on Facebook, just head on over to the YouTube channel. Same name, Q Sports Live, same logo. And it's running super smooth over there. Personally, I quite enjoy YouTube over Facebook. It's got that nice pause and rewind function. Oh, beautiful shot there. Look at the control of the cue ball on this world #1 Kelly Fisher. She's absolutely perfect. A little stop shot here leaves her a nice angle to cut the 9 in and play the cue ball over for the 10 in the same pocket. She does just that, and now all she needs to do is float this ball in. Middle ball, high ball, anything but bottom. And she plays it with that touch of inside just to drag her down to the end rail and make this straight in and absolutely unmissable. Kelly Quickfire Fisher out of the gates in this second set. Taking down the first rack, leading 1-0, racing to 4. If she can win this set, the match will be over. If Kristina can fight back and win this set, she will force the spot shot shootout. Big shout out goes to all the sponsors of this event: Jam Up Apparel, Kamui, CSI, WPBA Alpha Coin, Cybert's Billiard Supply, Medalla Light, BCA Pool League, of course, Predator, Rums of Puerto Rico. Fantastic events Predators putting on all over the world. Couple of big ones coming up. Austria World Team Championships coming up soon. I think they're going to make an announcement about it right away. And as I mentioned before, we do have 2 other streams going on in the room, guys. There's a stream on the 7-foot tables. My man Rod Arriagada over there streaming the 7-foots. You can find him on Facebook. Q Sports Live, our other stream. And then, of course, right here we got table number 2 in the pro event, streaming on Facebook and YouTube, Q Sports Live. And we have one more stream, and it's the big one. It's the Predator Arena table, streaming on World Billiard TV on YouTube. Kelly Quickfire Fisher to break. One ball inside. That's the ball you're trying to make when you break from there, usually, if you're cutting it like that. Is she going to get a gap to see the 2? I think she is. You know, judging by her body English, possibly not. She might be able to see it, but not to pot it. Corentin says, doesn't look to be many European pool players here. Yeah, not a ton of Europeans, but definitely some presence. Definitely some presence. Spain, France, the likes. Of course, we have Kristina Zlateva from Bulgaria. It's a nice little attempt there from Kelly, but she didn't get that ball safe. It leaked out. Kristina's got a chance here, but a long way to go from the blue 2 to the red 3. So she's got to hit this one hard. And on a slick cloth, that is a tricky little shot. She did pretty well to even get where she ended up. And if you're just tuning in, everyone, make sure you click that thumbs up on the YouTube. Click the share button on the Facebook. I know it's running a little choppy on the Facebook. You can definitely still share it. Make sure, tell everyone to head on over to the YouTube. Still an A-side match indeed. Just answering some of these comments on the YouTube. Could be Fisher versus Fisher first round. Yeah. Allison is on the one-loss side. Sakura Muramatsu did she beat Joanne Ashton over there on the World Billiard stream table? It looks like she won the first set, or did she win the whole match? Let me just check my bracket here, and I'll let you all know right away. She won 4-2, 4-2, and she is through to the final 16. Sakura Muramatsu. That is the 5th player through. Kelly Fisher looking to be the 6th player through to the final 16. Oh, he is happy. Yes, I saw him sitting there watching the match, taking it all in, cheering on the Japanese girl. And it's been super cool to have him in the room. I know the players playing on the 7-foots, they love it. They love having him here. It's a lot of people's favorite player nowadays. Kelly holds her hand up in apology because she landed pretty decent on this 7, and it could have been a lot worse. What a shot there, but has she landed on the wrong side of the 9? She definitely has. This is a nightmarish shot, and she knows it. This is not a fun shot. I would not be surprised if she even went as far as to play a safety here. I just don't see how she can drill this hard enough to get around the angles. Yeah, you see how she's looking at, could she cut it in from way back there? Because that's about as good as she can get from here. She might even just roll it in, take a bank. Or bank the 9. But I don't think that works from here. I don't think she has the angle to bank the 9. That was kind of my first thought. So maybe she could bank the 9. Let's check out the side view here. Yeah, I don't think the bank works. She's called the other side again. So let's see. I think she's just going to take what she can get here. Yeah, and she's just going to take on the bank. And this is experience play here. She knows she couldn't do anything else. Oftentimes, us players, we try to do something that we know won't work, and we just end up in a terrible spot. So this was a smart play. Does it pay off? Oh my goodness, how good is that? How good is that after landing funny on the 9? She just rolls it in, drills the bank right in the middle of the pocket. Of course, everyone, we also have the CSI Western Canadian Championships playing alongside on the 7-foot tables. You can check them out. Q Sports Live on Facebook. My man Rod Arriagato over there, banging out the commentary, doing a fantastic job. Go check him out. Show him some love. And they're playing on this beautiful Predator Arcadia billiard cloth. Seemed to be some really good feedback from the players this week about the tables and the cloth. I know personally I love it. Here we go. Kelly Fisher to break, leading 2-0 in the second set, trying to get herself on the hill here. And she drew that one a little more than the last one, and she didn't make a ball, but she's left absolutely nothing for Kristina, and she's kind of been held in check here in the second set. First set, she was making moves, firing in balls, putting up scores on the board. This set, she's been sat down in her chair a bit, and when she has got to the table, she hasn't had too many great opportunities. Marianne plays at 7 against Allison Fisher. That'll be a really nice match. Next round of matches scheduled for 5 o'clock, an hour and 9 minutes from now. Yeah, I don't know where Siming Chen is. We did have some Asian presence, of course, at this event. I think we've got a big one coming up next on this table. Chia Hua Chen taking on Jody Yankowski. Sorry, my apologies. That'll be at 5 p.m., an hour and 8 minutes from now, right here, Q Sports Live. The Miz, Earl of Pearl Strickland. That's the era these players grew up watching. Yeah, Dreamcatcher on the YouTube says she's on fire. She is absolutely on fire. And apologies for the camera shake there. No problem. No harm, no foul. We'll just switch you over to the side view till she settles down over there. Not a problem. It's an honor to have Kelly Fisher kick our tripod. Airborne to make a hit on the one, and what a beautiful hit it was. And has she found a little bit of cover behind this 2-ball? She needs it. She certainly needs the cover here. And I think she's got it. I think Kelly doesn't have enough of this ball to pot it. And she certainly doesn't, because she's looking at possible rail first here. Certainly still some life left in this match. Make sure you guys click the share button. She says, referee, you might want to get a little closer for this one. She's called the one in. She hit it well, but did not make it. So another chance to get a safety here for Kristina. Gotta lock her up, this Kelly Fisher. You can't leave her much. I think she's gonna thin the right side, try to go behind the 4, or will she try to go all the way behind the 8-10? The 8-10 is a smarter play. Bigger wall, but is there a window between the 8-10? Steve says, sounds like I need a break. Heck no. Heck no, Steve. I'm loving this, pal. What a treat it is to watch Kelly Fisher shoot the balls. It's not every day you get to see all the little nuances of the way she goes about things. And it should be noted, this Kristina has a fantastic game, and she's got a big future in pool. Very, very talented player. The lefties are always good, right? But what I could use, Steve, is some dinner. So that's what I'm doing. As soon as this match ends, I'm running. James wants to know how many 7-footers in the room. There are 35 7-footers, 9 9-footers. Yeah, someone put Kelly in the loser's bracket at the last Predator event. She's human. She can be beat. Jasmine knocked her off the pedestal after she won like 8 events in a row. What a great shot from Kristina there. Really nicely played. See if she can get a game on the board here in this second set. Jeanette Airlines. So Allison playing at 7 p.m. Alberta time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Let me check the bracket here. Allison and Marianne, 7 p.m. Mountain time. That's correct. So 9 p.m. Eastern. Is Savannah still in it? I didn't see if she won her 2 o'clock match. Let's take a look at the draw here. Oh, she lost in the shootout 4-3 to Kyoko, but what a performance she put up there. Nice fight. Nice fight. She won the first set 4-3, lost second set 4-1, then lost 4-3 in the shootout. There's zero shame in that. Zero shame in that. Kyoko Sone, very, very strong player, very accomplished in her own right. So Savannah should be very proud of how she performed at this tournament. She had a big match win on the arena table, so that's pretty cool. And it just ended. Only just. That must have been some of the clapping I heard over there. She got her locked up behind the 6. You gotta look from both sides. It's gotta be tight. She possibly see the right edge of it, but I don't think she's got enough to pot it. Kelly came back from open heart surgery to win a championship against Allison. Says SD Honey on the YouTube. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that actually. Nice shot there. Real nice. She did have enough to pot it, and she swung the cue ball around beautifully. She got perfect angle on the 6th. Float this in. Or just maybe stun it and leave angle, but both work equally well. Yeah, this is perfect. Small angle. Gets her on the 8, and she'll play the 9 in the right side pocket after the 8. So she just wants to make sure she gets where she wants to be on the 8. I think Amalia won her shootout. Patrick? That's right, Bobby Bunch. Beep, beep for Savannah. Beep, beep for Savannah. Her and Sophia Mast. Yeah, future women's pool. It's in really good hands. It's in really good hands with them. Nice shot here going 2 rails. She'd rather not have the cue ball so close to the side rail here shooting this 9. Cue ball's going into the 10 should be safe. Should just push that 10 towards the bottom right hole. Shouldn't be a problem. Elevating here just makes the shot quite a bit harder. She's hitting down on the cue ball. Oh, and she spears it. What a great shot that was. Nerves of steel to play that shot down 2-0. Kelly Fisher and down a set. That didn't turn out well in her favor, and it was all but over. Instead, she's right back in it, trailing 2-1. Going to be breaking, try to tie up this match. If she can somehow pull off the win here, she's going to force this shootout. And how exciting would that be? We've had a couple already, and they sure were enthralling. But we're not there yet, folks. Still a long way to go. She's got to get there. 3 more games she needs to win before Kelly gets 2. And I'm starting to wonder if we will get Rod over here today, so it might have to be tomorrow. We still do have 2 more days of this event to come, so we're not panicking about it or anything, but I would like to have him over here and let him give you guys his expert commentary on the women's pro event while I go sit in on the 7-foot event. And I got a lot of friends playing over there, so I look forward to that as well. Still, the team event to come over there is not starting until tomorrow, so plenty of pool to be played over there as well as over here. Final 16 starting tomorrow morning in this event, I believe probably 10 a.m. Indeed. And down to 2 tables. As of tomorrow, down to 2. Kristina to break, trailing 2-1. She needs a ball here, because that 1 ball's tracking up with the cue ball, and she didn't get one. And I think after losing the last game, Kelly's probably going to bear down and try to win this one. She'll probably give this one a little extra attention, knowing that this match could slip away from her. Oh, she needed a bit of a bigger bounce here, I feel. And if she's dead straight in, she can probably just draw this one back, but it's going to take a big stroke, and she's got to elevate a little. She doesn't like it. I can't say I blame her. She's trying to see how far she needs to come back. Like, how much is acceptable on the red 3 ball next. She doesn't need to be straight in on it. So she just wanted to see how far she needed to come back in order to have an acceptable shot. But it's always going to be tough to pot that one. Elevated like that, she got second prize. 2 balls frozen up on the cue ball here. And let's take a quick look at our side angle before Kristina gets over there to block it off from us. And this looks extremely tricky. I'm going to think Wayne, our referee, needs to get in there. Take a nice close look at this one. Certainly tough to get anything happening with this. She's going to hit it pretty soft, I think, and just try to contain it there. I don't think she can do much else. The other option is I do see a kick safety, or possible just kick and pot the 2. The 4 could make this a bigger pocket. She may have a shot on the 3 next. And if she hits it a little funny, she may get safe. So I like this option. I like this kick. I think this is the correct shot from here. And she's played it to absolute perfection. What a fantastic shot. And Kelly taps her hand on the table. She agrees. That was a very experienced looking shot from the young lady from Bulgaria. Oh, wow, Patsy Elias. Interesting information about Kelly there. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, the crowd is going wild over there. They can't believe what they're seeing. How good is this pool? Unbelievable kick safety from Kristina. And Kelly just kicks it in, goes 2 rails, hits the ball, and plays it in off the 4. Unbelievable shot. Absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, I love how you guys have noticed her stance, of course. Classic snooker. Classic snooker stance. Nice draw shot there. Zigzag off 2 rails. Look at the cue ball control. It always blows me away how much of a string she's got it on. And how confident she is and how quick she gets over there. To put it on a string is just unbelievable. Going forward here, 2 rails, I believe. No, keeping off the 2nd rail. Smartly played because this way she ensures she's not on the rail shooting the 7. And 4 more balls to put herself on the hill in the 2nd set. Should be illegal for how good that was. Yeah, that's right. And I don't think it was a fluke, Keith Myers. She knew there was a high percentage chance that ball was going to kiss in off the 4. There is 0 doubt in my mind that she hadn't thought of that. Straight in on the 10 to take a 3-1 lead in the 2nd set, racing to 4. Kelly Quickfire Fisher in the house, everyone. Unbelievable out from being in jail behind a ball. She just kicks it in. No problem. They're playing on these beautiful Predator Apex tables. Certainly one of my favorite features of these tables is that the pockets are all nice and flush. Everything's flat around the pockets. As you can see in the top picture there, with the side pocket and the corner pocket. Side pocket picture shows it a little better, but it's all nice and flush around there. So our bridge can always stay real level. Mr. Wayne Knight racking up the balls here for Kelly. Looks like he's got them where he wants them. And she's going to break to try to close out this match and put herself into the final 16. She's had great success breaking from over here, so let's see if it works again. She's been cutting it a little, trying to get the 1 to go towards the side pocket. Just like that. Oh, but she completely lost the cue ball. And this match has another twist in it yet. Kelly, of course, sponsored by Predator, breaking with the BK Rush. And that's how you see she's getting that extra speed out of it. That cue is an absolute sledge. By far the best break cue in the business. By far. So Kristina probably eyeing up the 7 to see if it passes the 8, but the 3 ball is going to be the first issue here. So I like what she's seen here, and it's the combo. 2 onto the 5 should solve the issue of the 3. And I believe the 7 passes the 8, so that shouldn't be a problem with the 6 right next door. And she played that very confidently as well. Thought she may try to roll it and keep the 2 near the hole, but She just punched it out there, took it down near the line of the corners. Much better here. Yeah, that's right. Well, this is where Zlateva's got to definitely bear down. You can't afford one more mistake. The match will be over. So she really has to take her time here and be sure. Winner of this match will move into the final 16. Loser will get one more crack at qualifying. Look out. Oh, she thought that one was gone, and the drink referee was halfway out of his chair. He thought it was gone too. I thought it was definitely gone. It stayed alive, and it kept Kristina alive, so she's not out of this one yet. Certainly on the wrong side of the 4-ball here now. Trying to see what she can do with the 6 next. And I don't think she can do a whole ton from where she's landed. So she's going to draw back, and I think she was attempting to come a little further back so she could play a safety, putting the cue ball right up against the 8. But she's not got far enough back now, so she may try to find a different shot here, and I'm not sure what it is. Could she combo the 8-ball in? I tend to think down 3-1 and down a set, you probably have to kick the door down and just try to find a way to make it happen. She found a little safety there. Did she get it? If Wayne has to look to see if that's frozen, and he says it is, then I tend to think Kelly can't see any of this ball. Possibly just the left edge, but it's got to be very tight. Yeah, so she's eyeing up the kick shot here. That's why she's got her cue down on the table. She wants to find the point on the rail. You see she points her finger. And now she'll find the line to the ball to see precisely where she wants to hit that ball. It's not about hitting this ball at this level. It's about hitting the precise side of the ball. And as we saw earlier, she might just pot it. And no shot clock on the outer tables, just on the arena table. Very surprised to not see her hit that. But she did know only hitting it wasn't going to do any good, so she did have to hit the correct side of it. Rob Boone, Jasmine is not here. And they had to postpone the men's event. And I wasn't allowed to play in the amateur event. Kristina with 4 balls to get this to 3-2. It is winner break, so she's not out of this one yet. If she can find a big break, make these 4 balls, then find a big break, she can possibly get this to Hill. At which point, one game is anybody's. Anything can happen. Yeah, I know you asked yesterday. I saw your comment a little late. I figured you'd already tuned out there, Rob. And somebody thought Kristina wouldn't clear out from there. She definitely is going to. It didn't look that easy, but she made it look easy. It was pretty tricky looking, and she just made short work of it. No problems at all. A little soft draw here, she can go forward. She's going to play the 10 in the left side next. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that could be the beginning of the end. Even though she didn't leave Kelly a super easy shot, Kelly has options here. And the way she's been playing these shots, I expect her to take on the bank. Probably with the two-way. That's what she's looking at here. Can she bank the 9 towards the top left and use the 10 for cover? If the 9 doesn't go in, maybe the 10 blocks it. She keeps eyeing over there towards the top left. She hasn't called anything, so it tells me she's only playing the safety. And I think that's a smart shot. She didn't get it as good as she wanted to. She wanted to hit a little thinner and get that cue ball up a little further. But she's definitely left a real tester for Kristina here. Under the heat, cannot afford to miss this ball. Super thin, this one. Not easy at all. She's got to really bear down here. Let's see how still she stays. That's super important on shots like this. You got to stay dead still. She did, but she overcut it, and that, my friends, is going to be the end. I think you could bet the house that Kelly cleans up from here. Soft inside spin, shooting the 10 in the right side next. A gentleman of a referee that Wayne Knight is takes the rest from her. Kristina says that's probably going to be good enough. And so I'm just going to mark in the score here quick, and then Wayne Knight wants a picture with Kelly, so I'll go take it for him. I'll just shut down the stream before I go. So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, like and follow our Facebook, subscribe on our YouTube. We'll be back in 40 minutes time with the next match. Don't go far. We'll see you all soon.